it's Melissa here, your Distance Education Coordinator. I'm going to talk you through some ways for you to be able to evaluate an online class. Now, you should have the form in front of you that you have been provided by the YFA Contractual Evaluation Contact. That's most likely your dean. One of the things that we're going to talk about is from start to finish how you can have a wonderful experience evaluating an online course, providing feedback for the instructor, and then just considering how you might want to use Blackboard in your own classes. I love this process because we really learn a lot from each other. Okay, to get started, we're at the Blackboard login, and that's yccd.blackboard.com if you want to type that into your URL text box. The first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to log into Blackboard, and if you're an instructor, most likely you're going to be using your last name, first initial, and then your 6-digit birth date, unless you've changed your password like I have. But if you're logging in for the first time, you're going to use your 6-digit birth date. Now I want you to notice that we're now on the entry page for Blackboard. There's a lot of things to look at if you've never been inside the page entry after logging in. The most important part is you're going to find the class that you're going to be evaluating over on the right-hand side, and it's going to be listed with the name. You might see some announcements similar to some of these links right here, and what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to click in to that class by clicking on the name of the class. Now we're inside a class, and this happens to be my online course development. The first thing you want to do is notice where you end up. This would be the point of entry for any online class. In this case, you are in the notifications dashboard, which is also located on the menu. This is where students can come and find out how to get started. This is what you want to look for. Upon the entrance of the class, is it clear what students need to do and where they can go next? One of the areas that I'd like you to pay attention to is something that you might see called Start Here First or Getting Started, or you might see a syllabus and some Getting Started information on the menu. You want to make sure you investigate that thoroughly. This particular course uses a Start Here First learning module. This particular learning module style is one that you can navigate through each item or screen. Look for things like a lesson plan, an overview document, something that's going to tell you what the student learning outcomes will be for that particular module, and some of the activities that will be a part of the module. You'll be able to also go through the different items through the table of contents. Now this is a formal Blackboard learning module. Some of our instructors use what's called the folder style. This is what I consider a folder style learning module. The same contents can be contained in this particular learning module. It just displays differently. Again, you're going to see a lesson plan or an overview document, and then you might see some folders, or you might see some activities that list like this. This learning module is the same that you saw when you were looking at the table of contents. The activities, the content, the tests, everything involved in this are the same. It just displays differently. It's okay. It's just like any of our classrooms. There might be a different way to present the material, but still the content and the material is the same. It's displayed differently. Here's another class just as an example. Some of the things that you might want to look for in the online environment is the course design. Can you see where there's learning modules? And when you click on the link for learning modules, is it very clear what's going to happen and what's going to be contained inside those learning modules? Do the learning modules state learning goals? And when you go into a learning module, are there a variety of online tools that facilitate student engagement and different learning styles? those are some of the things that you're going to want to look at as you are evaluating a course and providing feedback back to the instructor. This particular course provides some video clips to learn about the weather. These are the types of tools and activities that you're going to be looking for to make sure that the online course addresses the different learning styles. When I go back to the menu in this course, notice the communication tools. There are some synchronous, which are live communication tools, and also some asynchronous communication tools. Now, you'll be able to go in some of these areas like the discussions and see some rich and thoughtful discussions and interaction taking place. What you want to make sure is that you see evidence of regular and effective communication, opportunities not only for the student to student, but also the instructor to student. Check out each communication tool and some of the activities that are going on. I want to let you know that in an online class, you aren't going to necessarily see anything moving, and you will not see any interaction in the discussions and some of the asynchronous tools. If you do attend a synchronous session, you might be able to see how it works. Make sure you ask the instructor ahead of time, and they might be able to bring you in to one of their synchronous sessions. It's really a powerful tool and a powerful way to see the opportunities and some of the great things that an online class can provide to students. In this course, let's take a look how content can engage the students in active learning and encourage opportunities to master the depth of the knowledge. Okay, let's take a look at this course. Notice that there's quite a bit of content here in the table of contents. Remember, I told you you could actually click through individual items out of sequence, or you can actually go through each item one at a time. What you're going to be looking for: does the learning module demonstrate appropriate depth of knowledge of the course subject? Are there terms that are explained in more than one way? Are there examples? Are there different types of assignments to understand the material? Check things out, like what kind of opportunities the students may have in active learning, such as peer review, maybe simulations or research. Again, going through some of these items, notice there's a blog here. That means after the students might be looking at some of this type of activities, that they might be journaling or blogging about this. Basically, you're going to be looking for the active learning and how the content and how the activities fit together to encourage the mastery of the knowledge that's required for the course. Well, I just want you to have fun while you're looking and evaluating, learn some things. As instructors, we always learn from each other, and we have great experiences, and we can share some of our examples that we have. I also want to say this. One of the things that you might want to do is, if you're not sure what you're looking at and you have some questions, maybe something's missing, perhaps you don't understand an activity, or you're thinking, well, there isn't any communication tools in here. Always ask for clarification. Again, when you go into an online class, you aren't going to necessarily see things moving around and action happening. You're going to have to take some time over a course of a week to really thoroughly research and investigate and to get familiar with the course. We tell our students, take some time to familiarize yourself with the syllabus, with the areas of getting started, with some of the things that the instructor has asked you to do. And especially, you're going to want to take care and really take advantage of the discussion area. This is a learning experience for you as well, so I hope you enjoy, and thank you for your attention, and thank you for allowing me to help you evaluate an online course.